In this presentation, we look at stress, what it is, how it affects us, and what we can do to cope better with the stress in our lives as carers. Take a think back to before the time you were a carer. What was life like then? What roles and responsibilities did you have? How have they changed? How prepared were you to be a carer? What is stress? Well, the most common form of stress is actually a mix of anxiety and depression. So, the tension, the nerves that are symptoms of anxiety, and the sadness, the feeling flat that we associate with depression. Stress also comes with sleep problems, feelings of panic, and even anger. Stress isn't a black and white thing. We all have some stress in our lives, and sometimes are worse than others. And the stress that we're feeling may be due to what we have to face, so problems at work, money worries, ill health, family problems, things like that. It's natural to worry. We all worry and feel down from time to time. Think of stress like blood pressure. We all have it, but if it's too high, you have to do something about it. It's the same with stress. Stress itself isn't a problem. Some people thrive on it, but it depends on how much stress you get. In fact, a small amount of stress can be good for you. Stress should cause us concern when it doesn't die down and when it affects us at times when we know it shouldn't. Times like sitting watching TV, chatting to someone at work, or even just walking down to the shops. You may feel that your mind is being taken over by stress. You may find it coming and going for no reason. You might feel like you're losing control of your life. You might feel like you're cracking up. You might feel like you can't cope with things that others seem to cope with. But not everyone copes. It's stress that makes you feel that you cope less well than others. Yet at Mind, we know how common the problem is. Think of how well you may be able to hide your stress from others. They might well be hiding their stress from you too. And once you learn all the signs of stress, you might start to see it in others. And stress doesn't discriminate. Stress affects all sorts of people, the young and the old, the outgoing or shy, male, female, rich or poor. You're not alone. You're not strange or mad or stupid because you have stress. Stress is a normal part of life. You might just have too much of it right now. Stress isn't like having a bad day or a bout of the blues, and a good kick up the backside won't shift stress. It's a lot more complex than that. But stress control can help you learn better ways of coping. It will allow you to shift the balance in your favour so that you're better able to get a grip on the stress you're experiencing. Think of it like a seesaw. Being a carer can place too many demands on us. And when those demands become greater than our ability to cope, the resources we have, like our time, our energy, our enthusiasm, support from agencies, even equipment, we can easily see how things can get out of balance. Stress affects us in 4 ways. It affects what you feel, what you think, what you do, and how your body reacts. So you may feel uptight, easily upset, or you may feel flat and guilty or easily embarrassed. You might be angry or get jealous easily. You might feel insecure or that life is hopeless or lost your sense of humour. You may be tearful. Stress also affects your thoughts. You might worry or brood about things you know you shouldn't worry or brood about. You may lose your self-confidence, become very self-conscious. You might become a bit forgetful or find it hard to concentrate or start to cut yourself off from others or lost interest in a lot of things. You may not like yourself very much and you might be forever waiting for the worst to happen. Stress affects your actions too. You might avoid doing things or going to places because you fear that you might not be able to cope with them. As I said, you might start withdrawing from life. You might be playing it more safe than usual. You might be finding it hard to relax or avoiding responsibility. Or you may be drinking more than you should, or smoking more than you should, or eating a lot more or a lot less. And stress can really take its toll on your body. You might have a lot of aches or pains due to tense muscles, or you might be more prone to colds and flus. You might feel drained of energy and never quite feel 100%. You might lose or gain weight. You might feel uptight most of the day. You might get a lot of headaches, and you might find it hard to sleep or stay asleep. As I said, some form of stress is positive. We might just feel a brief increase in our heart rate, our stress hormones might go up, but stress doesn't really affect us that much when it's positive. As stress increases, it might still feel tolerable, but we might experience some quite serious temporary stress responses, like losing our temper with the people that we love. And because we're being buffered, because we're being protected by those people that we love, we're protected by those supportive relationships, we might not realise straight away that the stress in our lives is starting to take a toll on us. But over time, stress can become toxic. Our stress responsive systems become overactive. And if we haven't got those protective relationships, then that prolonged activation of our stress response systems can really take its toll on our well-being. And when stress builds, what keeps it going? And this is a triangle, but it's actually a cycle. Stressed actions feed your stressed body. Your stressed body feeds your stressful thoughts, which in turn keeps the patterns going. You get stuck in this cycle of stressful thoughts, stressful actions, and stressful feelings. So let's just take a quick look back over what we've discovered. Stress is a common problem. It is not a mental illness. We are all prone to stress, and once it gets a grip on you, it feeds itself, it keeps going. And combating stress involves a lot more than just pulling yourself together. Because once stress gets a grip on you, your self-confidence will drop, your self-esteem will drop, you'll doubt your ability to cope, your mind will be racing, you might not feel up to facing the stress. You may feel that you can't control your life, but what you can do is to learn techniques to combat stress. So think about some of the things that you could do to start looking after yourself, like making time to do the things that relax you, or give yourself a nice present or a treat. Plan things that you can look forward to. See if you can call on others to take over your caring role for a while so that you can have a break. Whether that's just a couple of afternoons a week to go for a walk, just to go to the park, to actually go shopping on your own, to take time for you to go for a coffee, or respite care so that you can have holidays or outings. When you feel able to, just make a point of looking after your appearance and your health. It will make the world of difference. Take the time to praise yourself. You're doing a really good job, and it's very easy for other people to praise us, but we have to do it ourselves. Eat well. Don't skip meals. Engage in exercise that you like and can keep you physically fit. Take time to see your friends or to make new friends. Allow yourself to become absorbed in hobbies or activities. It's okay to put your own needs first. You can say no when other people make demands on you. But this process takes time. Above all, you need to be patient with the process. Be patient with yourself. Believe in yourself because you can do it.